Webb Fest is hitting Bowling Green for its 8th year. We will get more details on what we can expect this year. But first, of course, Mr. Webb Wilder is here with us. He's telling me he is giving us the world premiere of his song, Too Much Sugar for a Nickel.
Too much sugar for a nickel, too good to be true. Call off the deal if you feel that it ain't sweet enough for you. A certain kind of fella thinks he might as well make a pass at them all. So when he stumbles onto someone who looks like you do, he takes a swing at the ball. If he's got a rap that's smooth and sweet, that don't mean that it's true. Just trust your intuition. I've got a suspicion he might be sweet talking you. Stop right on a dime, baby, if you find he's only in it for fun. Artificial sweetening is like a business meeting where no business gets done. There ain't no substitute, baby, for a good-hearted man. I don't think he's the one, but maybe I am. Too much sugar for a nickel, or too good to be true. Call off the deal if you feel that it ain't sweet enough for you. He's got a deal for you, it might appeal to you, then leave you lonely and lost. It might sound like fun, but when it's said and done, you'll find out what it costs. I think it's all a scam, he don't give a damn, look him straight in the eye. Can't tell you what to do, but if he's playing you, get on your woo pony and ride. Yeah. Too much sugar for a nickel, too good to be true. Call off the deal if you feel that it ain't sweet enough for you. Call off the deal if you feel. Call off the deal if you feel. Call off the deal if you feel that it ain't sweet enough for, ain't sweet enough for, ain't sweet enough for you. That's right.
Webb Wilder joins me. Webb, what were you just singing about? What is this Too Much Sugar for a Nickel? What are we really getting down to on that song?
Well, it's a cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale.
To a young lady that the singer may be interested in himself, who feels as if a third party may be out to do her no good.
Yeah.
And maybe insincere.
You're trying to woo her.
Yeah, sort of inadvertently in the course of the song, you know, and I'm sort of proud of this when it's a new song. And I had the idea for the song for a couple of months, and I kept tweaking on it, but I knew it wasn't quite there. And the germ of the inspiration is my dear late mother grew up in the country in Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi, and she had all these country expressions. One of which was if something was sort of like, you know, too good to be true, she said, that's too much sugar for a nickel.
That is so...
And so it always stuck in my mind, and I renewed, quite by accident, by running into him, a relationship with a great songwriter, John Hadley. And I got together with him, and we tweaked the song and sort of rewrote it a little bit, and there you have it.
It was great.
Well,
I loved it. I loved it. It was a great song, but it was also kind of had like a little story to it, which I totally love.
Yeah.
Now, Webb Fest, of course, 8th year, Bowling Green coming back, of course. Are we going to hear this new song again and some others?
Yeah. What you'll hear is, I never know till just before the show, you know, I'm a last-minute set list writer sometimes, but this was the world premiere of the song, literally today, and it'll be the world premiere of the band doing it tomorrow night. And what we've done with WebFest over the years, and we're so happy to do it in Bowling Green, it's a lot about the loving public, as I call them, the fans. So we try to give them some songs that maybe we didn't give them last year.
Okay.
Because despite the fact that out of an almost 30-year career, I've only done about 9 albums, there's an unbelievable number of songs there. You know, it's almost like, wow, how did you get that big a catalog out of that few albums? So we sort of shift them around.
Okay.
And there's always a few sort of, you know, blues and honky-tonk covers and things that maybe we never got around to recording. And there's always special merchandise. We always do a commemorative T-shirt and stuff like that. Yeah.
Now, why Bowling Green? Why do you keep coming back here?
Well, you know, it didn't start out in Bowling Green. And our original concept, and we can't conclude this without giving credit to the founder of the feast, Jim Chandler, known affectionately to Wilderians as Tater Bodine.
Tater Bodine.
Yeah, because I think he just basically wanted to hire us to have a private party 8 years ago, and we sort of hijacked the whole thing and made it WebFest, and it's expanded. So we were going to have it in a different city every year. We started out in Knoxville, but, you know, somebody pointed out, well, you know, D93 gives you airplay. They're not one of these owned by a conglomerate stations. They do what they want. And you got a lot of fans in Bowling Green, and at the time we were using the theater, and now we're at the warehouse at Mount Victor. We need to get that in there. So it just sort of, there's a lot of love here, and we want to reciprocate the love, and we love it, so it's great.
Well, you were saying about tomorrow night. Tell us a little bit more about when it all starts, where Mount Victor is.
Well, I don't, you can go to webbwilder.com or probably the warehouse at Mount Victor's website and get their specific address. But they're here in Bowling Green, and they get all sorts of national touring Americana and other acts. And we did there last year. It's a nice facility. So 8 o'clock we'll start playing, and you can actually get in as early. I think there's some information on the screen.
Yep, right there.
As early as 7:30 you can get in. Now,
Webb, we have all the information up. We'll keep this up for a few seconds, but really quick before we end, I want you to kind of tell me a little bit about this orange couch, because even I was a little curious. Tell me about what that is.
Well, Orange Couch is a concept that came about as a result of my relationship with Jim Rayland at Audio Productions in Nashville, which is where I used to record my satellite radio show when I did it. And he wanted to get in on this thing called Stageit.com, STAGIT.com, which is a new sort of thing whereby one can buy a virtual ticket to hear a very informal, intimate performance, often from your favorite artist, and then the fans can also interact with that artist. And he's got orange couches in his waiting area. So he said, why don't, you know, you do this sort of interview stuff in addition to your music. What if you interviewed, you know, various Americana artists and stuff? So yeah, and so we did the first one, just me, and then now our second one is coming up Tuesday night, 7 Central. You can Google Orange Couch or go to webbwilder.com or stageit.com, and it's Bowling Green's own Bill Lloyd.
That's awesome. So, of course, Google Orange Couch, just catch him there. Here's all the information one more time for WebFest, Webb Wilder. Go out and see it. We love that you keep coming back to Bowling Green.
Thanks for having me.
Webb, thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
We'll be right back.